feel super, super like healthy and pretty and accentuating the parts of my face that I really like, but it's totally life-proof. What's up, guys? Welcome back. So today we are going to be doing my no foundation makeup routine. This is what I've been doing most often lately, and I get two really amazing kinds of comments lately on my channel. One is people say, I don't even hardly wear makeup and I still love watching your channel. To me, that says you have a few pieces that you really, really enjoy using and you trust me for those recommendations. Like, that's a fantastic feeling and I take that responsibility very seriously. The other is everybody's just been telling me how much they love my freckles. It's making me so happy. And it definitely makes me feel better because the pigmentation is not all good in my life right now because I don't have any control over it. I can't, use any retinols or anything like that currently. And so I'm definitely trying to stay positive about it all, but I am really appreciating just the freckles and everything. So that is one of the reasons that I have been going for a no foundation makeup routine lately. So this is going to involve a lot of stuff that you guys are probably familiar with, so that'll be a lot of fun too, because I know that a lot of you guys have the same stuff in your collection, so hopefully you'll be able to mimic this at home if you want to. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and move you guys in. We're going to hang out, catch up a little bit. Let's go ahead and jump in. Hi. Wow, rallying today has been really hard. I woke up this morning and I thought my sinuses were going to explode, and it's just been like a battle to keep my eyes open ever since. But if there's anything that makes my day truly feel like it has begun, it is just putting a few things on my face and just getting ready ever so slightly. It makes me feel like that day counted to me somehow, because right now we're all living in a blur of what day is it, what month is it, we all know what year it is. I've already got my sunscreen and everything on right now, and actually what I would typically start with is just my Westman Atelier. Realizing in hindsight that this is called a foundation, but in my opinion, the Westman Atelier Vital Skin Foundation Stick is not a foundation by any stretch of the imagination. We are just using it basically as a creamy concealer, and you'll see the way that I apply it. We'll talk about it later in the video that you could just use a color cancellation product if you wanted to, or just skip it, but I just didn't want you guys to be like, you said no foundation, and the foundation, I was, but yeah, and we're not using it as a foundation, and the only place it's going is literally under my eyes and just to camouflage a couple of blemishes. So Vital Skin Foundation Stick in Atelier Zero. Let's see how much of this I still have left. Oh, I'm almost done with it. Look at that. I did hear that Gucci Westman was thinking about, more than thinking about, that they were pursuing refillable packaging. Sorry, I have got ultra pregnancy brain right now. I'm usually I watch my old videos and I don't stutter. There's no ums, there's no pauses, nothing. And it's now, finding the words in my brain. It is real. So anyway, I am taking barely any. This is on an Eco Tools brush. It's kind of like a stubby foundation brush. And I'm talking y'all, we are just camouflaging. That is all we're doing here. I'm just going to so lightly, just camouflage this situation. I was talking about something, wasn't I? Yeah, I think that Gucci Westman's talking about doing refillable packaging. I'm wondering if we will beat the clock on it, or they'll beat the clock on it, because I'm going to be due for a refill soon, and boy, if there is anything that I plan on repurchasing, it would be this product. It is just so good. But also, I did just in the mail get, I'm just going to talk like Yoda now, apparently, a refill for my Cure Wise foundation. And the day that video went up of the concealer, that day it coincided with them restocking my shade Lightness, and everybody just, basically messaged me and they were like, oh my gosh, your shade is back in stock, because I was complaining that it had been out of stock for months. And so thank you guys. I did buy it. I did get it in the mail, and so maybe that'll hold me off on reordering the Westman Atelier. We will see. So just a little camouflage, literally barely anything. The best thing about a routine like this is that throughout the day, you'll see yourself in the mirror and there's no makeup breakup. You will always look at your skin, like you can look as close as you want in the mirror, and any time of day, it's just going to still look like your skin, which is so, so nice. And it's actually a combo of powder and cream. I've been inspired by the Patrick Ta concept that came in his new blush, which is going with a powder blush and then a cream blush on top, just opening up those possibilities in my brain. And so I have been using the miraculous, honestly, nothing short of miraculous, Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. This is the airbrush bronzer in Fair. And I can't stop waxing poetic about how foolproof this shade is for pale skin tones. So I have been enhancing truly my freckle and pigmentation situation with this because my freckles are so warm gold. I don't have as warm gold of a complexion as I thought that I did. I used to tan the daylights out of myself, and there probably will come another time in my life where I get inspired to tan myself again, you know, with fake tan. And that always makes me look more warm toned, but I am more neutral. And I just had to embrace that. But at the same time, when the sun does take its toll, the freckles are very warm, very, very golden, yellowy brown. So that is what I'm embracing with the bronzer. And as you can see, foolproof is the word here. I could just smash this all over my whole face and the color is so good for my skin tone that it doesn't ever look heavy-handed. And I just feel like it looks so natural, and it kind of acts as like a setting powder a little bit. And you know, if you're not wearing a foundation, it'll just kind of help everything else that goes on top of it stay put a little bit more. I don't know. You know, it's trial and error. This is just stuff that I like do on myself every day. And then when I feel like I've kind of hit a milestone of something making sense, I share it with you guys. So that is the bronzer situation. Just how nice is that? Like, and I could keep going, you know, but I am going to go in with the Patrick Ta. I have this in the shade She's That Girl. It is the rose kind of colorway. And I've been loving this. Patrick Ta knows how to nail a sheer blush. Wayne Goss was the one who like taught me how to talk about that. He's like, oh my gosh, my new favorite sheer blushes. Because I'm always like low pigment, low pigment, low pigment. He's like, they're sheer, which makes them great for kind of watercolor layering. Speaking of Wayne Goss, he just put out a video yesterday. I watched it / listened to it while I was putting our new crib together. Yes, our crib came in the mail yesterday and the nursery is like really coming together. I vlogged it. You should go check it out on my vlog channel if you're interested. Anyway, I watched that video from Wayne Goss, and guess what it was about? It was about the new Becca Clear Foundation, the virtual foundation. And long story short, guys, he did not like it. And okay, so I did order all of that stuff because I do love Becca, but apparently they've been like sold and resold a couple of times since like I was obsessed with them, apparently. I don't know, I just learned this from his video yesterday. And it has not had a seemingly like perceived positive effect on the brand overall. Apparently they used to be very, very good at having like super inclusive shade ranges and things like that. And their stuff has just become less informed lately, and they've become like the highlighter company, which I've always known them as the highlighter company, you know? I'm just talking and blushing here. But the takeaway for him was just how disappointing it was that they chose to use the word foundation because it seemed like a primer, except it wouldn't behave like a primer and blah, blah, blah. And I am typically not a person who wants to watch a review video for a product before I try it on my own channel because I don't want to be, you know, biased. I want to kind of have my own first impressions of something. But at the same time, I feel like Wayne Goss is on the level of like being prepared for a video. You know, it's not someone's opinion. It's more like looking up the definition of a word in the dictionary before you start the video because you want to be credible. That's in how high esteem I hold his opinion. And so I am definitely like, I want to go into that review with an open mind. But I do want you guys to know that I did see that video. I don't have high hopes, but we're going to do it anyway because I already ordered them. And I didn't just order that. I also ordered their Dumb Clear highlighter, but I also ordered their like plumping clear lip thing that's actually blue. And so is their like under eye primer. It's also blue. So that should at least be interesting. I don't know. So I love this colorway. I love this colorway. I do kind of want, because I have absolutely no blush chill, But I do kind of want to buy the other like apricot-y colorway in this, but I really, really like this rosy one. So I'm gonna go with the cream now on top of that. Ew, yeah. And again, sheer has some nice dewiness that I feel like sets everything really nicely and makes it look like skin again. He's a brilliant man. I trust Patrick Ta. Even if he has colors in his line that I don't necessarily want to wear, the textures in his line are always so genius. And again, this is just very much like, I mean, everything that I've used on my face so far today is a makeup artist owned company. I said I was going to do a video that was just makeup artist owned brands, but I realized like everything that I own from makeup artist owned brands is it's freaking blush. You know what I mean? Like how many blushes can I put on my face? We do test that on a regular basis, but I don't really think it'd be like that useful of a video. Maybe I'll just do like a roundup where I talk about all of them, but it's become such a theme on my channel. Like everything that I use is a makeup artist owned brand because again, I always talk about this, but I feel like I'm borrowing their expertise. I am not a makeup artist. I don't have that much experience with makeup and like other skin tones and like, you know, just basically like what works universally. And so I am, in order to show you guys, because we're all different, I need to borrow that expertise from people who do have that experience so that I can tell you guys about products that won't just work for me, they will also work for you, hopefully. And the other reason is most of them are kind of like paint palettes, which is how I think, more so than individual products a lot of times. So I just like the simplicity of that and the ease of that. So that's a little bit of blush. Speaking of makeup artist owned brands, something I've been leaning even harder on than usual lately is contour, because we talked about this, I don't remember what video we talked about it in, but learning to love a moving target. I am planning on doing a Q&A with you guys at some point soon, but I did get some questions about like body image and pregnancy. And pregnancy has really taught me that I only have so much control over my physical appearance, okay? And to just let go a little bit. And I had to kind of travel through that on my own. Like it was definitely causing me, on top of all the other mind weakening symptoms that happen during pregnancy, just lack of sleep and feeling subpar, like that is your root chakra, right? Your health. Nothing else can build on top of that if you don't have like your health and your well-being. You can't go and like seek enlightenment in like your crown chakra. That's also Maslow's hierarchy of needs if you just, you know, want to go like non-woo-woo, like, you know, psychology based. And essentially you, without food, shelter, and health, you can't, you know, build the building blocks of like creativity and, you know, your inspiration and like, you know, spiritual awakening and things like that. And so I was just having a lot of trouble getting in touch with myself because my health was just so abysmal. Like I joke about it, but like everything except all of the mechanisms that actually make a healthy baby are broken in my body right now. It's like, we only had so many resources. They're all going towards baby. The rest of it, you're just gonna have to like muscle through. And so that set of symptoms was keeping me from having a clear head about my like body image and everything. And I think that like the biggest takeaway there is, cut yourself some slack. You gotta cut yourself some slack. And I know it's so hard. I can't even imagine, you know, if I'd had to like report to an office right now or something like that. I think that everybody would probably have stopped talking to me by now because I was such a nightmare. And even now, like the only reason that I feel like I'm different and better, quote unquote, well, besides all the medicine that my amazing doctor keeps calling in for me, antibiotics and stuff, is just that I'm able to laugh about it. You eventually, you have to back away from pregnancy and be like, this is the silliest thing that has ever happened to me. It is so absurd. How absurd is it to be a person who has lived their entire life as just a regular old human being walking around just trying to govern themselves, and suddenly, with no permission, no test, no prerequisites, nothing, suddenly you're carrying a life around in your stomach, in your belly. It absolutely is the silliest concept in the world, and it becomes so much sillier and more real at the same time when this thing is actually like kick punching inside your belly and like you're trying to fall asleep and it's like rolling around and like hiccuping and crap, and you're like, there's a living, breathing human, well, he's not breathing yet, but a living respirating human in there right now. And that's, you think about it for any period of time and it's just absurd. It's totally ridiculous. And so, yeah, I've definitely found relief in finding the humor in it, but all of that to say, contour is amazing for helping you kind of cope with, I don't know, having gained 20 pounds. I've gained 18 pounds so far, and I'm just starting my 27th week, so yeah. For someone who's had an eating disorder in the past and things like that, like, it was just something where I was like, and you just gotta let go, Khaki. You just gotta let go. It's gonna happen. So yeah, this is not where we end with blush. I just wanted to get some contour on here because I feel like it makes such a big difference. But freckle, 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 freckle. We are just like living for freckles right now. And if you don't have freckles, you can draw on freckles. ColourPop just came out with a freckle pen. I wish that I had known that when I ordered their foundation, that they were going to come out with a freckle pen, because I would have included it in my order. But ordering something for like $8 on their site alone, they're still gonna charge you $6 to ship it. So I feel like I kind of missed the boat on that one. It kind of irritates me. Maybe they'll have it at Ulta where I can just go like pick it up, but I haven't been inside of an Ulta in a long time. I'm sure that it's great. Leanne really likes it. I will try it when I get a chance to, but it's probably not going to be soon just because I missed my window. Let's go into the Danessa Myricks palette. Yes, we are still at this point 100% makeup artist-owned brands. And I am going to go in with like the deepest shades here just because I feel like, again, they almost mimic the undertones and like the natural thing that would happen like with my freckles. Does that make sense? You know, freckles happen because of sun exposure. It's kind of like the, you know, mimicking a sunburn video. Some people thought that was really funny. Okay. I think sunburns are cute. I think they do cute things on your skin, but obviously you don't want to get a real one. But you could also call it, you know, like getting winded, like just, you know, taking a lap, running a lap and your cheeks get all flushed or whatever. It's also very like K-beauty, you know, with like the blush almost up to your eyes. I don't do that extremely, but I do kind of take it in like an unconventional pattern down my cheeks. It's just how I like to do it. But yeah, I do, since we're not wearing any foundation, and because the concealer, the Westman Atelier, whatever you want to call that thing, it is technically a foundation stick, but I have never worn it all over my face. It just doesn't work very well for that. Yeah, there's still so, like only a whisper of that like underneath my eyes, just as like almost like color cancellation. And you can, if you have something like, you know, the Becca under eye brightening corrector on hand, you could totally use something like this in lieu of a concealer because it will just do the same kind of camouflage thing. I do have like some new cool insights to share on my current skincare routine, especially coming out of my second trimester, because my skin has just been completely different. So if y'all want to see that, LMK. Okay, we're going to work on the eyes real quick. I'm going to start with one coat of Boy Brow, and that is going to be one of two, because for this look, I don't want to draw them in. It's just a little too much, but 2 coats of this is just the amount of like brow impact that I feel like it needs, and it just changes everything. It just brings it all together. And if you do need to draw your brows in because they literally don't exist, like that's fine too, you know? But for me, if I do, like I've talked about this before, I can get marker brow so fast. And I just want to avoid that. Are we gonna do eyeshadow? You know, we're already here. We might as well. I'm gonna go into my Thrive palette, my Warm Neutrals Perfect Eye Palette. This thing is just, it's just so easy. And this shade right here should come in a single. It's just so good. It's like this perfect little like, you know, neutral to cool taupey shade. And at least on my skin, it's like virtually undetectable. It's almost the same shade as the boy brow. You know, it's just kind of like a neutral blondie brown color. And this does have, you know, a good range of shades in it. You could deepen any of them as you needed, but I'm just like excited to have something I can use straight from the pan like that. That just kind of maybe sets the natural oiliness on my eyes. It's also not going to go anywhere. And then I can use the white right here as like a matte highlight almost, because I don't really want like glitter on my eyeballs right now. And set all of that so that I can put an eyeliner down, because you know, if I'm going to be really minimal on my face, I do still want to have a little bit of eyeliner. Oh, and because everyone on my Instagram has been asking, y'all are so sweet. This nail polish is called On the Beach. It's by Deborah Lippman. I've had it for years and years and years and years and years. And I'm just like shocked that it was still good. But my nails have gotten so long recently. They finally grew off all of the damage from having dip nails. And so now I'm like enjoying them just being long and natural, but so many things, nail polish wise, so many nail polishes tend to flake off on me because my nails are, you know, pretty flexible on their own. And this one doesn't. So I really like Deborah Lippman. She's not like, you know, 12 free or anything, but she is cruelty free. Oh man, you know what I didn't use that I totally should have used? I don't know why I didn't use it. That's stupid. But Thrive just came out with a brilliant face brightener, which I just love that like all of their names are just kind of like derived from other things now, because the other one was called like Buildable Blur or like either way, illuminating primer. It is so good. I will have to use it in like a new makeup video coming up, because I have the hard candy stuff coming, the new mascara. I have the Kjaer Weis foundation, which might as well be new because I haven't used it in so long. It's been a low buy month, but I can probably dig up some stuff that we haven't like, you know, used in a while and do kind of like a new makeup situation. But yeah, that thing is awesome. I really, really like it. I think it just came out like literally yesterday. Sometimes I feel like I have one look, you know? I said it on my Instagram one time. I was like, that girl's got one look. But when I said that, everybody was like, yeah, but it's such a good look. I was like, thank you. I just have to keep in mind that there are a lot of new people all the time. And so just because I've done something more than once doesn't mean that like everybody's sick of it, you know? They're like, this might be the first time they're ever seeing it. I'm gonna use the Hourglass mascara today. It's pretty much like interchangeable to me with the Thrive, so why not? Some people in that last video did say that they're like, no, it's way different. It's way better on me because it doesn't build as quickly and whatever. Awesome, fantastic, you know? I just was surprised. You guys kind of watched my realization in real time. Like I had not looked at the ingredients list before getting on camera. And I was just shocked that like, it literally was so similar. With the exception, I think, of just kind of like the emollients and things that they have in there. You know, all the kind of like skincare proprietary type ingredients. Oh, excellent. All right, we're gonna let that cool big blob just dry for a second. And we're actually gonna do the second coat of Boy Brow. Up, 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 up. This is just like a feel-good routine for me because it's like I've basically decided to embrace a lot of things on my face. You know, it's like, hey, I have kind of small eyes, so I'm not gonna really like focus my attention there so much. I have what I consider to be fortunate brows, and so I'm gonna just like give my brows a lot of attention, and I'm gonna embrace the pigmentation because there's nothing I can do about it anyway. So going in with Daniel Sandler highlighter here, and I just like to, you know, put it on top of something. Happy Leo season, y'all. Oh my gosh. I do like my fellow fire signs. I do feel a little bit more at home in them. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh. Also, I just got done, I mean, I've been binging a lot of stuff lately because I've just been so tired. But I just got done binging Making the Cut from Amazon. And it was one that you guys recommended to me but I wanted to wait until the whole series was finished before I binged it because I knew I wanted to binge it. I knew I wasn't gonna be patient enough, but man, was that good. It's like Heidi Klum and Tim Gunn, you know, if you liked kind of old, regular Project Runway, except they give away $1 million at the end. I mean, it's like, it's completely next level. It is so good. The talent is so inspiring. I think that my biggest priority right now in the things that I'm absorbing with my brain is just things that inspire me. I just want to feel that way. I've been feeling kind of stagnant. I think we're all feeling a little bit stagnant. And so, yeah, I do. I've just been like looking for things that inspire me to be a little bit more myself. All right. This is the best way to take dried mascara off your face. You do it with a spoolie after it's completely dried. Thank you, Nikki Tutorials, for that little tip. More makeup artist-owned stuff. Actually, I have no idea about Rowan, but we're gonna go with the mauve lip pencil from Wayne Goss here. It's not mauve at all, Wayne, but I trust you. I still really like it. He has something new coming out. I got on some kind of list on Beautylish. I just like, you know, give me an excuse to spend my money right now. I love that because it's very much in the family of what I'm already just like slamming on my cheeks right now. You know what? I'm gonna be totally honest. I'm not gonna use this today. I use this all the time. I feel like it always looks the same. I'm gonna use this because this is a makeup look that is all about being completely like foolproof and budge proof. And I mean, when I say budge proof, I mean it's like life proof. Like you're going to look at yourself later on in the day and you're gonna be like, huh, nothing's really different. Because it's all just kind of dewy, glossy, happy, like, you know, communicate with your skin kind of stuff. There's no buildup of product. There's no, you know, risk of things going haywire or like, you know, smudging or something. So this is the GlossierBerryBalm.com, and it actually has like a beautiful kind of purpley pigmentation to it. This came out like this time last year, I think. Some people are asking about my lip injections. What's so crazy about my lip filler? I literally got it a year ago, and it's still so the same. Which is great because I can't get any filler while I'm pregnant, but my Botox has definitely lapsed. Look at, you can see that. It used to be so much worse though. It's actually crazy to me how like, what a difference Botox makes because it will kind of like weaken things over time. That's something that I get a lot. And I think that Snitchery put it really well in her most recent video where she was talking about getting lip filler. She said, I always want to be open about this kind of stuff because I don't want anybody chasing with makeup what they see on my face, thinking that it is something that is achievable with makeup if it's not. And I don't want to like sell you on a foundation or a skincare product or a primer or something that's going to like, you know, de-wrinkle your forehead. When you look at my old videos and I had like, you know, tree rings on my forehead, it's like, no, the only thing that's going to do that is Botox. If you're not down for Botox, then, you know, then it is just kind of like, you know, figuring out what works for you. But I do occasionally get it, and I got it before I was pregnant. I started getting it like around the time of my wedding when I was like 31. And yeah, and it does kind of like overall like weaken the muscles, but you know, I feel okay about it right now. Like I feel okay about the fact that like the muscles have been overall weakened a little bit. They still move, but I don't feel like that's anywhere near as bad as it used to be. So no complaints here. But yeah, as far as my lip filler is concerned, man, that is something that I think, especially knowing that, you know, they said that Volbella would last like 18 months or something. So far it's been 12 months and they look exactly the same to me as when I got them done. And for that reason, I think that it was just such a good investment and a good choice for me. It was crazy because even like talking to my family about it, they were like, oh, it always looks so fake and blah, blah, blah. I was like, I have lip filler. And they go, you do? And I was like, yes. And they're like, wow, you must have just like filled in what was already there, you know, and like to maintain it or whatever. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I did. Like, I wanted it to be crazy, crazy natural. So she did such a good job. I actually just got done also binging Skin Decision. Oh, if you are into like makeover shows and stuff like that, this is a different spin on a makeover show because they're really just like, I don't know, they're always trying to achieve the most natural results. And it's just a really cool spin. It's Nurse Jamie and Dr. Nazarian. It is great. It is on Netflix. I enjoyed it very, very much. I mean, this is it. This is the look. This is what I've been wearing every single day. And like, there's just this combo of like gold jewelry and then the blue nails and then just like I don't know, it's just been my aesthetic lately, and like I always wear glasses too. And I've just been kind of into like simplicity on the skin and in my clothes and stuff, and then like big accessories and like bright, I don't know, I've just been like into color lately and just like pops of color. But yeah guys, that is it for a very edited and also like almost entirely makeup artist owned makeup routine, no foundation makeup routine. Feels super, super like healthy and pretty and accentuating the parts of my face that I really like, but it's totally life proof, which is so nice because literally there's nothing on my skin except just the pigment products, like on my actual like cheeks and stuff. And so there's nothing that can move around or budge or anything. So yeah, I definitely think that taking care of my skin is step 0 on this. So if you guys want to see my current skincare routine, we can do that in like the next video or something, but let me know. But yeah, I just wanted to come in here and show you guys what I've been doing. This is like my everyday routine lately, and especially for everybody that has been like, you know, talking about like, oh my gosh, your freckles, ah, thank you so much. Let me know if you have any other kind of requests for different types of like makeup looks or makeup routines that you guys want to see from me. If you did enjoy this, do give it a thumbs up. If you want to keep hanging out with me on this channel, hit the button down below and subscribe. I would love it if you did. Thank you guys so much for watching and for hanging out with me today. I love you. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.